This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers. The Blue Devils will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Panthers offense will have the first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the right. It's caught. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over, and give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. From the gun, running back gets the give. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. And the Blue Devils are in the hurry-up. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
The Blue Devils will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. What a terrible, terrible shame. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. And I'll tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were going to be critical. They might give themselves a mulligan for that one, David, but that can't keep happening.
Yeah, but don't change who you are and what you are. Don't get gun-shy because of mistakes. I think that usually turns you.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Rushes on him. It's complete on the right side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. And the Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Now this offense is back on the field. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The run from the shotgun. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. Pitt will line up to punt it away. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Handoff from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Blue Devils moving quickly to the line. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Blue Devils send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. He'll keep it himself. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Panthers have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Williamson.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use the quick passing game basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Panthers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. They get to him as he throws. Got his man all by himself. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Pitt coming to the line after getting another 1st down. Looking to throw on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
You want to talk about versatility at the linebacker spot, and this guy is it. He had 2 interceptions in his last game. That's his first pick in this one. He's good stopping the run. He can go sideline to sideline. He can blitz. He can spy. And, man, he is really good in coverage.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Off play action on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Finds a spot in the middle. They trip him up, but not before he has a huge gain and sends a bolt of momentum into the second quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake. Makes the grab on the left.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Fights off a defender. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. The Blue Devils in the hurry-up. Quick release on the RPO.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
That's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And ball security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job of keeping 2 hands on the ball.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Motion from the back. To the air on second down. All alone as he catches it. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. And the Panthers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williamson. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out route. He's loose. Touchdown, Panthers. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Wake Forest put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Deacs had zero issue moving the ball. And that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And the Blue Devils come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense, and here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. From the gun, running back on the move. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. It's complete to the right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Blue Devils will call on their punt team. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Handoff from the shotgun. Looking for room at the 40. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the ground with the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Punt is on its way. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. At midfield, he's got room. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the...
He unleashes a long one. It's a big stride inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. He's looking to pass. He wants it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Takes the easy completion. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown Duke. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he added the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And they don't want to risk a turnover here, so they'll just take the knee and head to the locker room. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit the half. So let's say it. Mental errors have led to turnovers and sloppy penalties. Both teams have left points on the field, and as a result, we are where we are. gotta believe the offensive coordinators on each side are rethinking their approaches for the second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace Wade Stadium.
Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the third quarter. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, this game really has turned into a defensive struggle, and both defenses right now are just absolutely dominating. That time, nice job using his pass rush moves, getting to the quarterback, and they just look like they cannot be blocked right now up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give to the back. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. He'll signal for and make the fair catch right around midfield. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Off the play fake on first down. Here comes the heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williamson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Panthers! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Notre Dame is running away with this one today, thanks to an offense that is more than waking up the echoes. They're up 14 over USC. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the shotgun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down. And the Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. And the returner will be brought down. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Working that left side. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys, as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Flips it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6. The Blue Devils want to move quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? Red pass, it's complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fighting off the defender. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the catch. It's Galladay. He is denied, cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, play for the 1st down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The Blue Devils come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Pulls and fires complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Blue Devils want to crank the tempo. They'll go to the ground. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils! So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. So now it's 2nd and long. Handoff to the lone back. Got the first down and more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking to throw on 1st down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the move.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the... Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
I think the thing that's so impressive about this defense, it's not just the athleticism and the ability to get to the quarterback, it's the variety in the ways they can do it. Sometimes it's a 4-man rush, sometimes it's a 3-man rush, sometimes it's all-out blitz. But with the speed they have, especially in that front 7, it has been a nightmare for this offense. They've given up sack after sack after sack in this game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds the tight end. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the 1st down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Wide open downfield. Turns it on in midfield. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They'll give it to the back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. The Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He splits the uprights. And now they take the lead.
Big-time kick right there, man. 4th quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now
The pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll run play action. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. A strike downfield. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it out fast. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Gives it on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Williamson. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hurley. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the 1st without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. He caught it. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. Good right down the boulevard. All tied up, just over a minute to go, guys. Still plenty of time for a finish.
And this kicker has ice water in his veins. 4th quarter, you need to make the field goal to tie it up, and that kid just drilled it.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. He's got some space. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Here's a heat. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. From the gun, the running back has it. and they swarm him under. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Under fire. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. And the Blue Devils decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's got him this time. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man down the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Panthers in a good spot here with second and short. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably. Maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Now third and long here in overtime as this defense wants to force a field goal attempt. No more room to run as this defense rises up on third down, and now it's fourth down from the 22. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll send the back in motion. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. They haven't gotten much done here. Third down, and they need to at least pick up a few to make the field goal attempt easier. Oh, they're after him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. He's got it, a gutsy kick from downtown, and we will play another overtime.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Now first down here in the second overtime. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. Right down the middle. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Pittsburgh trying to put a touchdown on the board in this red zone trip. On first down, read option to the left. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. They were rolling with the option, and the quarterback kept it, but he couldn't hang on to the football.
I'm impressed with this defense. They are locked in and defending the option right now. Guys are playing assignment football, and they're just doing a great job with their eye discipline. They saw the QB pull that ball. They knew exactly who had it. They got to him and created the turnover.
And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. A game winner! What a finish in double overtime!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get...